we got James Karinchak and Emmanuel Clase, okay, who can all hit triple digits. So let's see what happens, okay? Clevenger's injury is common knowledge. The extent of his injury really has yet to be revealed. The only thing about Clevenger, now without Carrasco, and they got Bieber and Plutko and Plesac, I'll tell you what, my sleeper is Rodriguez. He's the sleeper. We'll talk about him a little bit later on. Jeffrey Rodriguez. Remember that name. We will talk about him tomorrow, okay? Jeffrey Rodriguez. The guy who I am touting a lot in labor, Ahmad Rosario, all right? I think this is the year he becomes an all-star. He was batting .249 through June 21st, and then it came, remember? He hit .319 in his last 335 at-bats. So, he prepares pretty well. He looks at pitchers. He prepares for the starter by looking at the whole package, the bullpen, the starters, and the whole thing and what they throw him. So he's become sort of a student of the game. Mechanically, he goes to the whole field. He's got great hands, and if he's trying to hit a line drive, his power will show up. So he doesn't try to go for the home runs. He had only 15 homers last year. He's getting better on the bases. He's got the speed. He's 24. Ahmad Rosario was one of the 3 shortstops in the majors to produce at least 15 and 15 with 70 RBIs and 30 doubles. Who are the other 2? Easy. Francisco Lindor and Trevor Story. So Rosario, big-time player, okay? Big time. He led the Mets with a career high, 170-something hits. He had 30 doubles, 15 homers. 177 hits, by the way, was 5th most in the National League, and the most by a Met since Daniel Murphy. He did make 10 errors in his first 33 games, but he only made 7 in his last 120 games. Okay? Wow. I'm having a lot of fun with this podcast. A ton of fun. So let's end the fun. You want to end the fun? We got a lot to talk about. All right, I got a lot more to go. All right, let me just keep. I got a lot more to go. I don't know where to go. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go. We're going to go and talk about all the other stuff now. Josh Hader has 281 strikeouts over the last 2 years. That's 58 more than any other reliever. Chris Sale, he tossed the bullpen session yesterday, and second of the week, returned to camp following his pneumonia, and so he's throwing. He's throwing, okay? He's saving his bullets, okay, for the Grapefruit League. He's making his debut next week, or the first week in March, okay? One of the two. C.J. Cron said he lost about 2 weeks of his normal off-season program. He was rehabbing for surgery. The Tigers are slated to put him in the lineup a lot in the spring. All right, we talked about Alex Wood's main goal this spring is just to get through the exhibition schedule and keep it healthy. All right, if he is not able to crack the opening day rotation, Alex Wood very likely will move into the long roll. By the way, Michael Lorenzen, what the hell are we? Michael Lorenzen throwing at 97? He wants to be able to throw 103? He's ahead of all the other pitchers in terms of velocity. Last year, his average fastball was 96 and change. Okay, is he gonna be a top setup reliever, or is he gonna be? He could even wind up being a closer. I'm gonna tell you, he could wind up being a closer. A rookie is a rookie is a rookie. There you go. Thank you for that little picture. That's when I was in my prime. Okay. That's when I was in my prime. Let's just check to see everybody still with us, okay? Great to say. Greg. And Michael, that's in your kitchen table. Thank you for coming in. What a great job you do with the prospects, kid. Really proud of you. I feel like I discovered you. I really didn't, but, that's just the feeling you get when you see a guy who was in the chat room and then he names his name after you, etched in your kitchen table, and then and then he's on his way to being a star. This kid Akiyama, it's not a lock that he's going to play center field over Nick Senzel. So you know what? He'll see his first spring training game on Sunday. He's going to start in center field. And this kid Aquino, we don't know what to do with this kid. But he enters spring training without a guaranteed roster. He could actually begin the year in the minor leagues. He has options remaining. He had a monster August. He struggled in September. That we all know. But the Reds added Castellanos and Shogo Akiyama to the outfield. Akiyama has to beat out Nick Senzel and Jesse Winker. I don't think he's going to do it. I think Akiyama winds up back in AAA. He's got the options. Blake Trinan completed a bullpen session. He had a lot of restrictions during the season. Okay, he was shut down. He had a stress reaction in his back. Injury was never expected to be an issue, and he's completely healthy. So, look, I'm telling you, he should be the leading candidate as the setup option to Kenley Jansen. I'll say even more, he's going to be the closer in L.A. The closer. Garrett Richards will start against the Red Sox. He made 30 appearances, 23 starts between Miami and Tampa. And, I mean, Trevor Rich. That's Trevor. Trevor, not Garrett. Sorry about that. Richards could be an interesting pitcher. He's the Rays' starting pitcher. He seems likely to open the season as a multi-inning relief guy, but I think he could make it. I really think that this kid's going to make it. Yeah, I really believe he's going to make it. So we'll see about that. All right, look, let's get to all the other stuff. We got so much stuff. I could probably keep doing this for about a week and a half. I probably could, but I'm not going to do it. Let's talk about the Oakland Raiders. No, we're not going to talk about the Oakland Raiders. We're going to talk about the Oakland Athletics. How about that? Okay, Oakland Athletics. The Oakland Athletics, the over-under for the Oakland Athletics is, by the way, are we still talking about Ohtani? Anybody think Ohtani should not be considered a pitcher in this year's fantasy baseball? Anybody think that Ohtani should not be a pitcher in this year's fantasy baseball? Okay? He has to do, let's say, 5 games. 5 games would be good. Okay? The Oakland Athletics, let's go through their prospects first, because that's always the fun of it. We've been talking a lot of prospects today, so let's continue to do it. And I got to tell you, this team could be, as I say, the over-under is 89, and they're still 15-1 to win the division. Boy, I will say that this team absolutely could win the division. They absolutely could. Here are the top prospects for the Oakland Athletics. Jesus Luzardo. Okay, and of course you got Luzardo and you got Puck. There will be no innings limit placed on either one of these guys. However, they will be monitored. So still, there'll be an innings limit. Okay? But Luzardo and Puck, the comp to Puck, I have heard people say who've seen him a lot more than I have, is Randy Johnson. Luzardo, really simple, repeatable mechanics, but he hides the ball well. His changeup is his best pitch. His primary weapon against righties is a change. A fastball is at 95. A.J. Puck, I mean, I don't know. When you comp him to Randy Johnson, he led all minor leagues with a 13-plus strikeout per 9. He's got a fastball. How am I doing there, Etch? Am I talking right? Is Puck compared to Randy Johnson? He's got a fastball. He's got the slider. I don't have to tell you. He's got everything. And I'm watching a video of him the other day, and I said, that's Randy Johnson. Sean Murphy, pretty good-looking catcher, hit 285. He is a tremendous defensive catcher. Tremendous defensive catcher. He contributes at the plate. He's big, 6'4", 26 homers. They could, look, 26 homers, 26 doubles could translate into 20-plus home runs and about a 250 batting average. So those are the big guys. Those are the big guys. And then you got Jorge Mateo, former Yankee. He struggled last year. Hit 230. 230. That's what he hit. And but he's got some speed. He's got tremendous speed. Okay, he's got tremendous speed. One of the fastest guys in the minor leagues. But he makes weak contact. He was exploited by the Pacific Coast League. So the trade to Oakland gives him an avenue to remain at shortstop. But we'll see what happens between Mateo and they got Franklin Barreto, who I think is going to start at second base. James Caprillion, remember him, former Yankee? He hasn't thrown a competitive pitch since 2016. Okay? So let's see what he does. Hasn't thrown a pitch. He was throwing 99 when the Yankees had him. We thought he was great. Dalton Jeffries, good-looking right-handed pitcher at a University of California. But he was the 37th pick in the 2016 draft. Staying healthy, that's his big thing. Sky Bolt, one of the great names in baseball. He's 25. He appeared in Double-A last year, and his name is Sky Bolt. And the A's were impressed with him to take the fourth round. I think in the fourth round of 2015. His name, Sky Bolt. Okay? How do you not draft Sky Bolt in your league? It's pretty hard to believe that you're not going to draft Sky Bolt. I mean, come on. Sky Bolt, 25. In Double-A, he hit 260, 19 home runs. So he stole 19 bases, okay, between A-ball and Double-A. Sky Bolt. Anybody who drafts Sky Bolt, send me an email, document it, and I will send you a gift that could change your life, okay? Sky Bolt. You draft him, see what happens, okay? Those are the guys who have the names that I know. If you listen to the Itch, she'll probably give you a list of about 20 other guys who are the Oakland Athletics prospects. As we look around the horn, I'll tell you what, we have learned, it was only a couple of years ago that we didn't know anybody on this team. We didn't know where they were. They didn't know where they were going. The minor leagues led the minor leagues in home runs for more than 1 year, and now here they are. And I'm telling you, that 15-1 to win the division, yikes. Matt Olson, we all know what's going on with Matt Olson. It's going to hit you the 30 home runs. There are two players who will not be affected by the baseball this year. One of them is Matt Olson. I'm going to tell you. Matt Olson playing first base. We saw it in the minor leagues. We're seeing it now. He'll hit you 260. He'll hit you 30 homers and probably get 100 RBIs. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about Matt Olson. Franklin Barreto has a great chance to be the second baseman. We talked about him the other day. What is he going to do, though? He was compared to Jose Altuve, so maybe he's waiting for a garbage can to ring. I don't know. Here's my projection on Barreto. I'm going to give you about a 255, 10 homers, but only 5 stolen bases. I'd like to see him get more in the minor leagues. He had 29, he had 30. He had a history of steals, but his stolen base percentage, when you steal 30, you get caught 15 times. When you steal 15 and get caught 8 times, with all the power in the lineup, I'm not looking for a lot of stolen bases. Incidental stolen bases. Marcus Semien, on his free agent year, wow. Some people play better on their free agent year, and some people get it. Remember Ian Desmond on his free agent year? Then you got over at third base, you got Chapman. Obviously, we all know what a great defensive player he is. But here's another guy. Even in his on a bad season, this kid's going to hit you 25 home runs. He's there. 25 home runs on a bad season. For Matt Chapman, let me give you my final projections on Matt Chapman are going to be something like 25 home runs, .250 batting average, about 85 RBIs. He worked on his hitting mechanics throughout the off season. He's trying to improve his performance against elevated fastballs. He struggled against off-speed pitches as well.